What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another RC Propaganda video. Before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know that I recently launched the channel memberships, so I was a little confused on how the process was, and they recommended you do a bunch of tiers or whatever. I don't know. I didn't really want to do that, so I just have one tier. If you want to support, it's $5, and for the first month you can get an air freshener and my new sticker design if you become a member. So I just wanted to shield myself a little bit there. Anything that the channel can generate is more for the channel to bring you guys different mods and everything that entails. So if that's something you want to do, just click that join button down below and become a membership, and make sure you get me your details, and I will send you out air freshener and 2 of my newest stickers. But let's get into today's video. Alright guys, what is going on? I got a bunch of stuff, as you can see on the bench here. Picked up some new stuff for the Losi. It's not everything I wanted because there are a couple of issues with stuff. I'll explain that as we go. As you can see, I got the Gravedigger body back on it. I had that awesome Bret Hart body, but I did not want to ruin that, as it was a gift from Mrs. Propaganda, and I just didn't want it to take any more damage. So I got the Gravedigger back on, and I'm ready to keep going and driving and bashing this truck. I did just put out a bash video. I'll put a link up here if you want to check that out and see how the truck did. Basically, what happened is I cracked my axles. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up, but you can see I got those Freestyle RC braces on there. I cracked them pretty bad here in the rear. The fronts aren't too bad. There's just 2 chips where the pieces meet, which is pretty common, but not too big of an issue because I did luck out and I was able to snag a whole new kit. So I got 2 different ones. This is the complete kit, which I guess I didn't really need, but why not have extra parts? It's got a steering link. It looks like a servo mount. It's got everything that you would need in there. Caster blocks, everything. It is part number LOS 242031, and what it has is the housings themselves have the new webbing in there. So this is just for the it's not a complete set, it's just the housings themselves. It is part number LOS 242055. So if you're interested in picking these up, good luck, because they are out of stock. You probably won't be able to find them. I'm hoping they hit other retailers. I did pick these ones up from Horizon because I had the notification on. So if you're not really familiar with that stuff, you can put your email in there, and when they get stuff in stock, they'll email you. So I was lucky enough to see the email, and I got these. And also, which is nice about these, is there's a new design in there. So you can see I have the webbing inside there, and I guess that's going to make them strong as I try to flex them. Yeah, do it in my hands here. They feel quite a bit stronger. We'll take the old ones off and see how those feel. But I'm only going to do the rear one to save time. The front ones aren't really dinged up enough. I still haven't made up my mind if I'm going to go with Trial or Vitavon axles, but I really did need to get the new one in the back. The braces are holding up on there, so I think it'd be okay, but yeah, this one just keeps taking a beating, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace that one. So we'll be doing that today, but I know some people were probably curious if they had webbing in there, so those are the part numbers for the new housings. Also, not gonna be able to install it yet, but I got this pretty Reefs Raw 500 servo. Went ahead and got this because it supports ASD, who does autism awareness, which is something that I don't personally have to deal with in life. I know it can be difficult for people, and that's a cause that I can kind of get behind. I have all my own theories on that, but I just wanted to be able to support something, and that was kind of the best way. I figured they individually number these, and I think they're coming out with a second batch, so make sure you check out ASD Crawlers. I'll put their info in the description below, along with Reef's website. It's just reefsrc.com, and I think you'll be able to pick up some more that individually numbered. I have number 62 of 227, so that must be how many is in the first batch, I'm assuming. So that is pretty cool. I requested 69. You know me, I'm a whatever guy, I guess. I was going to say something, but it doesn't really apply to this. But check these guys out. Support good companies. And yeah, I cannot put this in because I do not have the right servo horns. So the 25 tooth from Losi is out of stock, but I did go ahead and order a Trill servo saver, and that will be in. I ordered it from a U.S. distributor because I didn't really know if I wanted to wait to get it from China. So I tried a U.S. one. They said they were getting them in late April. So any week now, I'm hoping they get them in, and I should get it probably quicker than if I ordered from Trill Direct. So this will be going in there in the future. So I think the truck needs more steering. So this will go in there, but just not in this video. So moving on to this big box here, you see what's in the box. I got some tires. I got the Proline Demolishers, but the only problem is I don't have wheels to put them on. All the wheels are out of stock. So if anyone gets a lead on wheels, let me know. So these are just going to go on the floor for now, out of my way. But part of why I was happy that the Bret Hart body came was because I knew at the races everyone was going to have a Gravedigger, which in monster truck racing it's not a big deal because you're only going against one other person. It's not like you're doing laps and laps around a track to where, you know, you might get confused on what truck is yours. But needless to say, I still don't really want to rock the Gravedigger body at the races. So I went ahead and I picked up this bad boy. Yeah, that is all I got. So let me get this down. Put it over here. There you go. It is a Jconcepts. It is a long bed, and I believe it is a Ford F-250. Yep. So this is an 84 Ford F-250. It's part number 0306. Initial looks, it looks a little too narrow. It does say that it's a 7.5 inch wide body. I did a little research when I went ahead to pick a body up, and to be honest with you, I'm a little worried about how it is going to fit, but let's just get it out and we'll take a quick look. So here it is. There it is on the truck here. Let me get it a little bit in the center here for you so you can see. So it does seem as wide as the Gravedigger. Maybe just doesn't have those fender flares in the front, but it actually seems a little bit wider than the panels. So I'm not sure how I'm going to mount this, but what I have learned is to keep it clear, and I want to get it all mounted just right. If I have to cut out the back for the cage, I'm not sure. I have the posts. As long as I can retain the cage, even if I have to put the posts in there, I will, as long as the cage stays body pinned on. Let me see if I can get this out. Those little tabs just... Ah, you hooker! The tabs, they get pushed in the way. So, yeah, that didn't help me at all. So, yeah, whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll show you guys more, but that's what we got going on in this video. I'm going to get to work. I'm going to put this Gravedigger body off, which is kind of funny because I just put it back on the other day. It's pretty simple, but I'm going to take it off and get to work. I'm going to do the rear axle first, and then we're going to start trimming up the body. So I'll get the body on. We'll see what we have to do. I'll trim it up and get it all ready for paint. And I have a paint scheme that I want to do. I'm kind of like black and red. Those are kind of, I wouldn't say my favorite colors or anything, but I always kind of like that look. But with the new look on my stickers, and Mrs. Prop really likes purple, and I like a darker purple. I think it's kind of nice. I know purple kind of took a little bit of a kick because I'm not saying we created it, but Mrs. Propaganda did that purple Bronco, and then we kind of started seeing more purple pop up. Maybe more in the female crowd, they do enjoy it as well, but whatever, it is what it is. I don't really know what I was trying to say there, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I kind of want black, purple, and white to be kind of my new color for the channel to kind of match our stickers, so that's kind of what I'm thinking for this F-250 here, but yeah, enough blabbering here. I'm going to get this thing stripped down, get to work, and I will come back at you when I find something interesting that we should talk about. But I'm going to get to work. Alright guys, so as I'm moving along here, running into a problem. This piece, one of the screws is stripped out, so I'm going to have to try to drill it out so I can get this off, and then I'll just have to use a new screw. It actually stripped a long time ago when I put... Gee, I don't know how I stripped it out, but I know it was stripped out when I did a diff change. Somehow I stripped it out, so... got to be real careful with those. Also, I recommend I took, that was a close one, this piece off here, and I couldn't get my wrench in there. I should have just took the link. It was only one screw, the nuts held in there. Would have been quicker, and then I could have just took that off the axle. I didn't realize that, so I think your best bet is to undo the shocks, do all your links, and you can pull the whole axle off and just disassemble it that way. I was kind of doing it when I was still on the truck. The sway bar links too, so that was kind of my bad, but if I did it again, that's what I would do. So it's actually much easier. I could have just dropped the axle right out of the truck. So I do got my drill already ready, and I'm going to go ahead and try to drill this out. So I don't know where my other drill bits are. Don't know if this one will work. So I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to go with this smaller one first, and maybe it will break. Shall she? And of course it's going to be a little hard because, oh no, I can push it through. So if I needed to, I could push that through, but don't really want to do that. So, and it looks like I still have to take these off. Well, alright, dodged a bullet. I was able to get the head drilled right off of there. So, once I take this out, yep, we're good to go. So now, I can show you the differences on the insides. So, there you have it. I don't know how well it's showing up, but you have all this webbing. And on this piece, you can see the crack right there, and it's on the inside where the screw goes. So that pressure's going in there, the screw's in there, and it just cracked it. And on the other half of this little piece, the corners there where it's breaking. So basically where it all goes together, it's... I think with this webbing in there, it should be much stronger, so it should be good. So these pieces are just going to go back on the axle like so. So I will reuse these pieces, I believe. I don't think there's a difference in the new ones. Although I might look. Let's see. Oh yeah, but if I don't take that out, then I can't. So I actually will need to open up the full kit that I have here. So we will open up the full kit and find the pieces that we need and see if there's a difference there. This kit has everything. Okay. So, here are those pieces with the link mounts on there, yeah. So, no difference there. Not sure if it's a different kind of plastic or anything, but hey, let's reuse them because I got that screw stuck in there anyway. So I'm going to get back to assembling all this. Should be pretty simple. I want to move on to the body because that's what I'm most excited about. But this diff is pretty dang dirty. But the diff itself seals up good, but the housing gets some dirt in there. One thing I did notice is the input gear from the drive shaft to the diff gets quite a bit of dirt, so that's going to be a problem area I'm going to have to keep an eye on, because that gear looks like it's going to, you know, wear down a little bit quicker. So I'm going to clean this little diff up and get putting this axle back together. And when I get it all back together, I will come back at you guys. Well, alright guys, I got the axle back in. Pretty simple stuff. This isn't really a how-to, but just kind of documenting the process. But like I said, take the links off, sway bar off first, and the shocks, and then you can just pull the whole axle out and take it apart. I kind of screwed up. I should have did that, but it was only my second time, I think, messing with it. But nothing special. Just make sure, you can only put the diff in one way. Just make sure you do everything right, because I had to take it apart a couple times because I kind of messed up with the orientation of something. I forget exactly what it was. I forgot to put the axle in, the little stub part, so I had to take the little caster piece off and put that back in. But it's pretty simple. This truck's pretty easy to work on. I like how everything is set up. So moving on to the second part of this body, it does come with a full sticker sheet and window decals. And I guess this is just a moment of truth to see how this body is going to go on. So alright, let's see what happens. Okay. So that will fit around the front right there. Gonna have to lower that and cut some out the back. So we don't want the driver too far in the back, but gonna have to cut some stuff here. So I think first what I'm gonna do is lower those body posts in the back just to get a little bit closer where we're gonna have to cut for the cage. So I might have to cut in the back mostly. Right here. So I have to cut that out. So I'm going to take these off and see. I wasn't sure on what size body was going to fit, but I really like this look of the Ford. So I figured I would try it. But let's lower those and see what we can get. Pull my tools back out. I think I want to use some power tools for this. Save myself some time. Where's my two? There's my two. So once we pull these off, we'll get a good idea of how that body's going to sit on there. Now, you could remove the whole cage if you wanted to, and you could really get the body to fit, but I really want to try to keep the cage if possible. Well, there goes that. Alright, so now that I have this out of the way, if I needed to, I could go as far down as there. So let's see what that does. That still doesn't look like it helps. And yeah, nothing is helping until I cut it out. So I'm gonna have to cut into the window and down like this. So I think I need a Sharpie, and I'm gonna make some marks, and then I'll get to cutting. So that's what I'm gonna do, I guess. Yeah. Well, alright guys, I got it all kind of situated here. I have a little more work to do. It's sitting on top of the cage, so I'm going to put 1, 2, and then 3 and 4 on the side, and they supply these, so I'm thinking for in here, for the front, bolt those on there, and I'll just put some pins. I'll pop the pin out, and then that will hold the front down. The back, the first hole is right here, so I'll have to cut that short, and that will go like that. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I'll have to put the holes in the worst case, I'll just cut out that last little corner. But I was trying to cut as little as possible. Now, the green might look okay with my paint job, but eventually I'm going to have to get a black cage and wheelie bar and stuff. Not a big issue. I will get around to that. But I like that it sits pretty low. It's not looking too crazy. I do wish I could get the front down a little bit, so in the front it doesn't quite cover everything, but it's not too bad. It's going to be right up against the frame, so that will stay in there like so. So I don't know. I think I can get it down a little bit. I got to mess around with it a little bit. That's what I'm doing. But this is what it looks like so far. So again, this is a Jconcepts 84 F250. I'm surprised at the depth. That was something I was a little worried about. But it sits down. Why would you want to get rid of your cage and interior on such a nice setup like that? So I'm definitely going to play around with it a little more and take my time and get it just right. I can just throw the Gravedigger body back on there in a second if I have to anyway. But I'm actually impressed and I'm happy with how it fits, because I was really worried how it was all going to come together. So I'm going to keep working on it and just get it all right. And when it's right and ready for paint, I'll show it to you guys and let you know how it's going and all of that stuff. But alright guys, I'm going to wrap it up for this video with the Losi LMT. Hope you enjoyed it. I encourage you to go watch some of my other videos. I got a lot of other videos with this LMT. I've really been liking it and it's been great. So if you're interested in other videos, go watch those. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please hit the like button, and also please comment. YouTube did something. I'm not one to bitch, but my views just took a tank. I used to get like 1,000, if not more, views on videos, and now they're not even getting 500 views. I'm not sure what's going on. So comment below. Just spam it. Say anything you want. Also, if you want to help the channel, again, you can become a member and you can get that exclusive air freshener and stickers. And once that air freshener design is gone, I will be moving on to a new one. If you don't want to become a member, you can just buy those air fresheners outright. Just shoot me a message on Instagram or email me, rcpropaganda@yahoo.com. Also, I got the scale photo contest going on still for the month of April. Don't have a lot of entries, so send me your best scale photo, and if you win that contest, you get 2 stickers and an air freshener as well. So all different things you can do to help support the channel and just, take part in it. And again, I really appreciate y'all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.